Shalom, family. I hope you all are doing well. I ran across this short video clip and I couldn't upload it fast enough. When I watched this video clip, I was sitting there thinking, the Most High is setting it up to where these different nations of people are losing their faith, they're losing their hope and their trust in whatever God it is that they worship. And you see, it took this plague over in India for them to realize that whatever gods they worship are not really real and they can't help them. They said that they prayed to these idols and believed that they could save them, but they discovered that they couldn't do anything. So they got really angry and they started throwing all these idols out on the streets. Let me show you the video.
A large number of Indians have thrown the idols of the gods they worshipped on the streets as the numbers of coronavirus infections and deaths skyrocket in the country. Indians expressed their anger at the idols that they worshipped and sacrificed themselves for, but the idols did not protect them from the coronavirus. They prayed to the idols because they believed that it could save them from the virus, but they finally discovered that they could not do anything, and hence they destroyed it. The number of daily coronavirus deaths in India has been reaching a record number of 3,780 as the total number of infections exceeded 20 million. India's underfunded health system has struggled to cope with the recent wave of COVID, with patients dying in hospital parking lots from lack of oxygen.
So they were praying to these idols and they discovered that these idols weren't helping save them, that their death toll continued to skyrocket and the infection of the COVID kept going up. So they decided that they were going to throw out all their idols into the streets. They were angry. And this reminds me of Pharaoh back in the land of Egypt when he wouldn't let the Hebrew Israelites go. And Yahuwah sent all those plagues upon the land of Egypt, but it wasn't until the plague of death that Pharaoh decided to let the children of Israel go free. That's the same thing that's going to happen. I'm telling you, this captivity is mimicking or mirroring the captivity over in Egypt, in the land of Egypt. And see, we weren't there in slavery for 430 years. It was only half of that, because Joseph ruled and he invited his brothers there. And they lived in the land of Egypt and they prospered and they were fruitful. But when that new king arose that didn't know Joseph is when they began to persecute and enslave the Hebrew Israelites. So this is definitely the 400-year captivity. Even though we've been in this captivity longer, Yahuwah has never said when he was going to exactly bring us out. He just said after 400 years. So we have to be mindful of that. If you look back at all the other captivities, like the Babylonian, the Greek, the Roman, all those, African, we weren't in captivity for 400 years. This is the only one. Anyway, whether you want to believe that this is the 400-year captivity or not, you can plainly see all the plagues that Yahuwah has begun to send up on the face of the earth. And the heathens are suffering greatly. And, the people who control the media, they're not going to show all this on the news. It's so much other stuff going on that they're not showing because they control the media outlets. They only show you what they want you to see. Just like the CV, when they started giving that vaccine, they stopped reporting any news on it as if it just disappeared and they took care of the problem. That's not the case. And I know you see that I don't really talk about it because every time I mention the CV on my channel, they take my video down or they put me in YouTube jail for 1 week. And they also threatened to take my channel down completely. So I just haven't been saying anything about it. But, oh yeah, we see what they're doing. They control the media, just like they don't want me to say anything about it. And I was thinking, man, I must have hit the nail right on the head for them to not want me to say anything, because I see other people reporting on it. A few times I just basically went to news clips and inserted it on my channel in a video form. And I guess they didn't like that either. But there was one vital piece of information that I was putting out that I know for a fact was different from what everybody else is really reporting, and that is that it alters your DNA. And they didn't like that. They took my video down real quick because that's what a lot of, reputable people are reporting. Medical professionals are reporting that it changes your DNA code. And so why would they want to do that? The other nations of people don't have a royal bloodline. So they're not really trying to target them. They're trying to target the royal bloodline. That's why you always hear black and brown, black and brown. We'll come to your neighborhood. You see, every weapon that the heathens try to form against the children of Israel in secrecy, the Most High turns right around and uses that same weapon against them publicly. And you see, the people in power who have our books, they know that these are plagues coming to pass. These are prophecies. And so what they're doing is they're fighting the Most High. And every time there's a fire, so to speak, they try to go and put it out, with CV being one of them. Now, they have no idea what they're doing. So while they're trying to destroy the Most High's chosen people, Yahuwah is using all of their same poisons and weapons to destroy them. But anyway, family, I'm going to let you all go. But I want you to know that I'm going to be uploading this particular video to my backup channel, because every time I mention DNA altering information, my videos get taken down. This is what happened to me in the past. So that's why I don't really mention the CV. I don't mention DNA altering anything. Anyway, family, may Yahuwah bless you and keep you and your family safe in these very perilous times. Keep Yahuwah's laws, statutes, and commandments and his holy feast days to the best of your ability. Remember Matthew chapter 24 and verse 13, he that endures unto the end, the same shall be saved. And until my next video, I say shalom.